Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'm just popping in real quick just to do a video. I had a few things planned to say all together, but I'm just going to say a few things now. We're definitely moving into higher dimensions. Everyone can tell there's just a different vibe that goes around Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's usually because people are they're enjoying the festivities, and it kind of brings people together and everyone's focused on the same thing. I think that's important. There's a lot of good vibes going on, and that's a good indicator of just how you want to live out throughout the year for yourself with these energies that we get from pretty much just everyone else around us. So it's a very interesting time. I usually get just you know um, a better feeling for myself, usually just right uh, after November 1st or something like that, where it's just the season is starting and it kind of carries over a lot to Christmas and New Year's. So it's a good time to feel good, right? And enjoy that all together. And you see it in others, and you see it how everyone is just in good spirits. It's great. It's a good feeling. It's something that just would magnify itself and just bring out the best in people, bring out the best in all of us. Um, every single time there's a holiday, like that brings people together, brings families together, and brings it brings joy in everyone that participates in it. So I just wanted to say that. I do wish you guys a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And if we don't ever see each other till next year, then also have a Happy New Year. You guys have been great. I really do appreciate the time that we spent here communicating and putting out videos. I like the videos now where I can go out in nature and just say a little more because it's the ambiance of a different location. It kind of just really refreshes your thought and your own presence for yourself and brings out maybe not a different idea, but it brings out a better way of expressing what you want to say and maybe more a direct way instead of just the way I do these here, right? The energy around my the energy here at home is separate. It gets separated in my consciousness if I don't mute my phone or put it on airplane mode, or if I'm conscious that maybe there's going to be someone knocking at my door. It's distracted in that way. So there isn't a direct. There's the the focus that's supposed to be meant for something that I want to say, right? When it comes out, when it's ready to manifest itself, maybe isn't as clear as it could be when you have just an open air location and just you're breathing fresh air and you guys are and you're enjoying yourself in nature itself. So that gives a better a different twist for um, delivering a message, sending out, just good and positive energies. And even though there's quite more that I can say, honestly, I don't feel ready for any of the things right now. I mean, and I am conscious of this, but it hasn't kind of gelled together for me to do this. Really, I started this video um, expecting more of a positive message, and then it's not like it isn't positive, but also it doesn't quite matter to saying anything specifically except what I said early on in the video in the first 2 minutes, because it's really all just about the holidays and your family, and then shutting out anything that doesn't belong, anything that's not in your direct um, doesn't have your direct attention, your family, your friends, your neighbors, it doesn't matter, right? Then just put everything else away and just focus on your heart, the people that you care about, and those that mean something to you. Because um, it's like going up a staircase. Every step that you take is bringing you to a different level. Now, your surroundings don't change, but the expansion from in your heart comes out, and it expands more and more and more, right? And there's a certain sense of patience you need to have when you know things about future events. You don't want to, even for me, if I don't think of myself as being depressed or feeling down about something that it's soon to come, but and it's a good thing, and you're just like, well, when is it going to happen? So we are heading in the right direction. My last few messages have been very specific about current events, and there's a element of just kind of waiting, right? Waiting to see when things are going to manifest itself, even though you kind of know what's coming. I am going to explain that process a little better. So I feel that there's others that need to know how it works specifically, but it's not difficult. But let me just get my words together to see if I can even write this down, right? And get it in a format that maybe you might be able to understand a little bit, or not at all, or maybe we're having an aha moment where you know that certain things happen in a certain way. But when the light comes from source all the way down, at some point it's different beings, different. It'll be an archangel or something like that you're connecting with, but it still kind of goes all the way down the line, and then it'll go archangels, and then it kind of be beings and celestial beings, and beings that don't even have bodies, right? They can just manifest themselves here now if they could, right? And then it comes down to here, like the Council of Five. The Council of Five, and I have repeatedly made, um, I've repeatedly made contact with them, and they've made contact with me, where they've said to me that there really were a council of seven. And I've never said this, but I've known this for a few years now, where I didn't feel comfortable explaining it. They said there are a council of seven, and one of the two that are missing, because now we know them as just five. They've been saying they're five, but they told me there's seven. One of them ascended. One of their councils ascended. The second council uh, disappeared or went away or went extinct. I didn't understand that part. Or why would they say that, right? What could have gone wrong? And in my ignorance, I refer to there's a chapter verse in the Bible where there's a person that seems to be planting seeds, and the soil is best, and then it lands in rocks and lands in uh, I don't know, grading in between the ground floor, not so fertile land. And this gardener sees plants grow and sees that development based on the soil that they were in. And he even has to separate bad seeds from the good seeds, etc. So there's always that living example of we could potentially at any time go in the wrong direction, right? And that changes a lot of things for everyone at a higher cosmic level. So when I think of the Council of Seven, could they have made a mistake at some point, even at their ability level where they have so much? They're just, this is, this part of their universe is their whole garden, right? And they're looking at those plants, us, that are growing, and we're just about to bloom, and everyone knows that, and everyone's here looking at how earth is going to bloom into this beautiful civilization or planet, or how we're going to be this amazingly great species that's going to contribute so much to all the other civilizations around us, even if we're newer in coming to fruition, right? Or newer coming into up to speed with how everyone else is doing it all around us, or whatever. All right. So that's a very interesting personal theory of mine that I think may have happened then, or they've had some the one of the two is once ascended. Maybe the other one had just that much more knowledge that they learned from what they had, that they just went somewhere else, and we're wondering where they go, or why they haven't reached out, what's out there, what happened, are they still around? They are, right? But why don't we just don't know what happened in that sense? Uh, so some of those beings that sometimes I communicate with, and you might as well, because it's not just me. I'm sure there's millions and millions of people on the planet that have a connection with a source that's not source, but is so much higher than them. Because if you think about it, not at the archangel level, for me, that it's not an impossible thought to have, but I did feel it coming down the line where it was really just like not even source, right? It's like this huge bright light. There's a light bulb behind the light, but we know that. But when you see a huge bright light of something and it feels like there's just far away, there is a being within the light, but their greatness is just so much that you could probably imagine it as really not being there, not being anything there except just the light, but there really is something there. And then I felt it just like swoop down, kind of landed on our level where it was a council of five thing. It's a council of five thing, but then it's also a planetary responsibility to have all the souls here that we're in charge of to help them ascend as well as the counselors, as their guiding shepherd for this um, part of civilization or this part of the universe, the part that we don't know or we're not aware of. So it's interesting to know that you are uh, have a responsibility to deliver these messages on their behalf, and also know that you too are then a custodial guardian of the bringing in and guiding the civilization to where it needs to be. So the part that makes it for me, the part that makes it for me that much more interesting is that it's just not going to happen in this lifetime. It'll take several lifetimes, and it won't be like this every single lifetime. We might be neighbors, we might be friends, we might have seen each other somewhere and understood it in a deeper meaning that there's a special thing going on. And this is just the way it is right now, but I don't think it's going backwards. I think it's going to get better as it goes forward, depending on how well this time around being here, we can make it better for us and probably just for everyone, right? Too, obviously bringing people closer together, not separating them in that sense. So, I'm just happy to be the messenger that delivers these messages. I'm happy to know certain things and put them out there for you guys and let you decide, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a personal, unique experience for yourself. It's not something that goes out for you to share for everyone. But it's good to know that there's gonna be a next step as a civilization, and the next step after that, and the next after that, and we're at rock bottom. But rock bottom doesn't necessarily mean that we're not gonna go up from here. We're gonna go up step by step and be a better civilization. And some people just listen to this and wonder what the heck is he saying, and others or a few might just understand that, which isn't something to be sad about either. But it's good to know, right? It's a good to know. It's definitely not planning on putting anyone into panic, but there's just, I mean, just live your life on, take what you believe or can or understand, and just drop the rest, right? So I leave you guys very well. Again, I'm not planning on anything for New Year's or Christmas, maybe next year, and I'm settling in for changing my location so that I can deliver better, more tangible, and stronger, meaningful messages for you. And more specifically, I'm interested in domestic things and not so much international things, because I'm not in any other country except America. So why talk about any other place, right? So I leave you guys very well again, as I said, and happy holidays and happy New Year's if we don't see each other till then.